Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D Rose Report again. Michelle McCool, I was telling you yesterday, and Undertaker, they've been dating for quite a long time. I think about the last 2 or 3 years. Also at their wedding, by the way, was Tara or Victoria, whatever you want to call her. Tori Wilson, she was there, and a very pregnant Sharmell, Booker T's wife, and she was big, having twins. Two times. June 26th, episode of AM Raw scored a 0.75 with about 500,000 or close to 600,000 fans watching. June 18th, episode of Friday Night SmackDown scored a 1.8 rating with 2,850,000 viewers. Okay, now we got WWE's going to be returning to Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. If you're there, save your money, on September 5th at 5 p.m. Tickets go on sale at, looks like July 12th, 10 a.m. It's always 10 a.m. Tonight's episode, or last night's episode of NXT on Sci-Fi will be a live show to go with the fan voting, by the way. Haven't watched it yet. So it's taped, not live. Anyway, WWE storyline coming out of the Ricky Dragon Steamboat attack on Monday was that he suffered a cracked ribs, sprained neck, internal injuries at the hands of Nexus. That's what's going on. Word is that WWE Creative has been told not to expect Wayne Barrett or Drew McIntyre back until after SummerSlam in August. Possibly, you know, they could get, if they get their visa stuff taken care of real quick. Can't believe somebody in WWE letting that slide where their visas expired. I would think that would be on their resume. Anyway, this is bad news for Barrett being the leader of the Nexus stable, and with a new report that McIntyre was scheduled to win the SmackDown briefcase WWE's Money in the Bank pay-per-view match. How do they know who's going to win the match? Well, that's not right. Anyway, fans saw McIntyre in Scotland this weekend, so apparently he's back home also. There's been some speculation that WWE champion Sheamus may get caught up in the same work visa situation, but feelings from WWE's source is that WWE caught it on Sheamus, while missing it on Barrett and McIntyre's end. Or Sheamus was proactive, let's say, in bringing the situation to WWE's attention and handed it to them without thinking about Drew or, you know, Wade. So we'll see what goes on. Angelina Love, she was out of action just for a short time. WWE has confirmed that there will be 8 participants in the in the match. That even though 6 of the participants were announced last night, the final 2 spots are going to be were going to be CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, but Punk was injured, and McIntyre, of course, his visa expired, so he can't work. No word yet on who's going to fill those 2 voids. The feeling is that WWE is losing interest in the whole Raw guest host concept. Hey, they're the last to lose interest. With the whole year of hosts gone by, it's possible that the angle will end soon or be cut down to at least once a month. Let's cut it down to once a year, huh? WWE's Creative is looking to have one of the 2 Money in the Bank winners cash their title shot in before SummerSlam pay-per-view. And this might also be done, so the rest of the year, the other one on the other Money in the Bank can cash it in. Maybe they'll cash it in on both, on each other. What would happen then? The other would win the other. Let me see. Would that happen? One would maybe win the other briefcase, and then you have 2 Money in the Banks. No, you'd have to give up one. Forget it. I'm just wandering aimlessly. All right. Between SmackDown and NXT tapings last night, The Miz came out and cut a promo on the crowd and ended up defending the United States title against John Morrison, which they said was a great match. And Morrison is real good, very good wrestler. The Miz came along quite a bit since the old, what was it? Oh, Tough Enough. That's where he came from. Pardon me. Dark match after last night's SmackDown. We did see Rey Mysterio defend the world title against Jack Swagger. Steve Austin wrote this on his Twitter account about NXT rookie Husky Harris. But see, he said that's my favorite new talent is Husky Harris. Needs a little more ring cardio, comes with a great wrestling background, and needs a mean streak. Dixie wrote on her Twitter about Brooklyn, New York live event on July 2nd at MCU Park. Could be our biggest attendance ever in the U.S. It's going to be a great night. Hulk Hogan was not at last night's TNA Impact taping because he was scheduled to undergo back surgery again Wednesday. Dixie Carter, Eric Bischoff, Jason Hervey were all absent from last night's taping. Dixie doesn't always attend the second taping, and word is that Hervey is working on a movie. No word where Bischoff was. Maybe he was on that midget show. WWE diva Tiffany. I mentioned that yesterday. I didn't know a lot of you people knew that she's married to Drew McIntyre. But anyway, she's missing him like crazy, she says, because he's way over there. She's over here. Former diva Mickie James will be wrestling in New York City for Impact Championship Wrestling on August 2nd. So if you're back in New York there, check her out. Her opponent will be the WSU champion Mercedes Martinez. This will be James's first post-WWE match in the United States since leaving the company earlier this year. In July, she'll be working 3 shows for WWC promotion in Puerto Rico and 2 shows for Smash promotion in Japan. The Nexus group, by the way, the music is We Are One by band 12 Stones. FlashGameShows.com has an interview up with Chris Jericho, who hosts the new ABC Downfall show. I watched that last couple of weeks. It's just kind of alright. You get kind of used to the crashing. Anyway, he talks about how he got the gig and what it's like hosting the game show where contestants get thrown off the roof of a skyscraper, which, come on, they don't really get thrown off. They get hauled down. And speaking of Jericho's Downfall show, you can watch the first 2 episodes on Hulu.com. Jericho noted on his Twitter that his first wrestling match against Lance Storm will be an extra on his upcoming DVD from WWE, the highlight reel. That'd be interesting. He'd probably look like a small child then. The reason Bryan Danielson isn't talking about his WWE release is because the company has a new clause in their contract where talents can't speak on the terms of their departure for the first 90 days of being released. My gosh, they just defend themselves and protect themselves up fierce. Randy Orton saw limited action this past Monday on Raw in an 8-man tag event because of the neck injury he also suffered over the weekend. Whew, Randy, watch it. Seriousness. Orton's injury is not known yet, but recent shoulder injury. They're trying to be careful about the Money in the Bank ladder matches as it approaches. They don't want, and he don't want to miss the pay-per-view either. 1 year ago this week, WWE began the guest host concept on Raw. The first host, Batista, ran the show on June 29th, 2009. WWE featured 63 different guest hosts, including Rob Zombie Monday night, on 51 different episodes of Raw this past year. Who keeps track of all that stuff? I didn't find it out. I got about a half a minute here. Current plans for Velvet Sky turning on Madison Rayne at Victory Road. Madison is set to defend her knockout title against Angelina Love at the pay-per-view. There's also talk about Velvet will be teaming back with Angelina for Beautiful People. No word what the deal is with Lacey Von Erich. But she likes to strut her stuff, don't she? Yeah, well, she's got stuff to strut too. Hey, I might as well get the heck over here. Got about 20 seconds, so thanks for clicking. You can go ahead and tell people if you want that you've been watching this. Tell them to click over. I got enough room. Hey, thanks. I gotta go.